Dry chicken fucking sucks.
That is true.
Yeah, it's like eating a piece of rubber.
Just make sure your vaginas aren't dry. Always eat the wet vaginas. That's what the butter's there for.
Need dry.
Welcome to the 170th episode of the Casa Ins Creation. I'm your host, Chris Deering. This is the show where I interview bands and public figures from the Mathcore adjacent community. If you enjoy this content, please like, subscribe, do all the things social. Every little bit helps. And feel free to join us every Sunday and Wednesday for the live cast where you can interact with the guests in real time, or just hang out with us in the chat. You can also subscribe to this Twitch channel for just $5 to get access to the interviews before they hit YouTube and other streaming platforms. Or you can do that for free by attaching Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. It's like taking $5 from Jeff Bezos' pocket and putting it into mine. With that out of the way, let me introduce our guest today who dropped their new album, Narrative, back on the 2nd through Sharp Tone Records. Welcome in 156 Silence. How's it going, guys?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for joining us. Why don't we go around and introduce yourselves, tell us who you are, what you do in the band.
Well, I'm Kyle. I play drums.
I'm Jimmy. I play guitar.
I'm Jack. I do vocals.
I'm Lucas. I play bass.
I'm Ryan. I also play guitar.
Alrighty. So you guys dropped your debut album, And Everything Was Beautiful, way back in 2016. Is that about when you guys got together?
Yeah, was it when we got together?
I'm the only original member.
Really? Oh, okay. I did not know
yeah.
that.
The band started in 2015. We did an EP before that, but that was the first, actual album.
Okay. So, like, how did we get to the current lineup?
Pretty much every album, the lineup's changed. It was just for different reasons. People just couldn't handle it. That's pretty much what it is. It's like, being in a band where you don't make any money, just going and going. And over time, I think we've been through, 7 or 8 other people?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I think I'm like the 3rd or 4th drummer at this point.
Probably. But yeah, I mean, other than a few, there's not really any bad blood between anybody. It's just, one of those things where people leave the band.
Okay, makes sense. I do want to say that you are being cut in half, basically, by the edge of the camera. You might want to move over just a little bit to the left.
I didn't want to block Jack, dude.
Blocking me out.
So in chat we got Cricket Slam saying album of the year. You guys nailed it perfectly with Narrative. Gotta say it's a fucking sick album. I love every bit of it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, dude.
So before this, y'all had released 3 albums and 3 EPs, which is a hell of a release schedule. Like it's more than one thing every year, isn't it? But now you're on your 4th album, Narrative. What's different this time around?
Go ahead.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for me personally, I feel like we just took, what we have with Rational Pull and just expanded upon it, went a little more out there in directions that, I don't know, we didn't explore as far in Irrational
Yeah,
Pull.
we flirted with.
We did flirt.
We're flirty.
We're flirty boys, all right.
Flirting with synths.
It's a lot more artsy fartsy than Irrational Pull was.
Yeah.
There's a lot more layers to it. Deep dish.
We like it deep,
Deep dish. All right. So how would you classify your music exactly? I hear people like throwing the term metal or new metal around at you guys, and like obviously there's the metalcore influence. So what genre would you classify yourselves as?
Metalcore.
Yeah, I would definitely say
Yeah.
metalcore.
If
I mean, we love new metal.
Yeah, new metal's
yeah.
sick, but I don't know if I would. I feel like if I were to say, yeah, I'm in a new metal band, and I showed them my band, they'd be like, "What the fuck?"
This ain't
Yeah.
Slipknot.
See, that's kind of the reaction that I had. Like I was expecting this to be like a lot more new metal whenever I first heard it, just because of people saying that. I do see like the influence in it, but I also see like obviously a heavy metalcore influence. But there's also like post-hardcore. I feel like is a pretty big influence in this.
These dudes are pretty good looking. Would smash 10 out of 10.
Especially the bald one.
Oh, Kyle,
my
you're
God.
in, bro.
It's commented by Fall 50 Feet.
Oh, no.
Boys.
So what are the big influences going into this?
Deftones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Gojira,
Deftones, Gojira, Devil Wears Prada. I mean,
Fear Before the March of Flames.
yeah, that's a big one for me too.
Glass
Devil
Jaw.
Wears
Boy,
Prada is an
Manuel.
interesting one. I wasn't expecting that one.
Glass.
Devil Wears Prada is one of my favorite bands. I think you too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, yeah. I love the Devil Wears Prada.
Well, you guys also have like a heavy like breakdown aspect to your music, and you didn't mention any like heavy breakdown bands for your influences. So where does that stuff come from?
I mean, we also listen to like
Deathcore
Yeah.
a
classics.
lot of MySpace deathcore.
Whitechapel, old Whitechapel albums.
We love the
Suicide.
BDs.
Yeah, I mean, we love our big stinkers. I mean, who
Recreate.
doesn't love
Just
a nice...
can't write songs without stinky breakdowns.
Yeah, you gotta-
Right,
you
a
gotta
big old nice
spice it
stinker.
up.
Yeah, like, ooh.
Yeah, stinky, but not too much. Not too much.
You
There's
gotta
a
make
good-
them wait.
You can't. I mean, in all seriousness, you can't have a whole song just be fucking breakdowns. Like
Right.
you have to. You have to have like some good riffs that aren't just like syncopated rhythms and shit like that. You know what I mean?
I mean, if you're heavy the whole time, are you really heavy at all?
Exactly. There need. I feel like
know.
having like
Dynamics.
dynamics. Yeah, dynamics in your music is really. It makes the heavy parts more impactful.
You gotta have the sauce.
The sauce.
sauce.
Yeah, you gotta spice her up.
Right. There's all these bands that are just like all brutal all the time and all the breakdowns and stuff. But then there's the other end of the spectrum where it's like they break out into almost like pop music, sort of. And I feel like those are the two like big spectrums in metalcore right now. And you guys like you have an interesting take on it. You don't go into like the very like pretty like pop music type of thing. Like you have the more
You just
like I said
wait.
post-hardcore screamo type of stuff.
You just
Um,
wait.
And yeah, I feel like you have a pretty like original sound going for you because of that. Because I don't think a lot of bands are like trying to stay kind of in the middle, I guess.
Oh, trust me, we can be sexy if we want to be.
I'll get sexy right now.
Yeah, I'm a bitch.
So lyrics. So what's the main aspect? What's the main like story behind the lyrics? Or what do you mean influences?
Well, I mean, it's supposed to be just one general story to flow. Like that's why I wrote every title track to flow together as like one story. And
Like a narrative.
yeah, you get it. Fuck yeah. All right, yeah. So you get it. That's all that needs to be said.
No,
Read a fucking book.
I would say that you're an amazing vocalist too, man. You have
Oh, I
some
appreciate you.
really crazy spots, like in the song "Say the Phrase." You got this section that I don't know if it's just recording magic or whatever, but the way that it sounds like you took it all in one breath. So I was gonna ask, is that the section that starts with the "Find another way to cope with all these impulses"? Is that like, do you say all that shit in one breath, or are you like cutting things up?
He's stupid.
I mean, sometimes yes, sometimes no. Sometimes like it depends. Like if I do it shit the first time, I just punch it in.
I mean,
Recording wise,
so I mean, like I track him a lot when we do demos and stuff, and like he definitely will do really long fucking takes where I'm like, okay, can we stop? Because it's like I want to go back and like punch stuff in, so you just have a lot of like power behind it. I mean, that's just a better way to
Right,
record
right.
it. But it's like he definitely does a lot of shit that's one take where I'm just like, all right.
Phrase.
Right. Well, like there's a lot of spots where you break out into like these long sentences, and I, as a vocalist, I know how hard that shit is, and you're just like fucking pushing it out. It sounds fucking amazing, man. Like I don't know how you're able to. It's almost rapping, kind of, in a lot of spots. So I think it's fucking sick.
thank you.
Big 3-6 influence.
I love
for you.
3-6 Mafia. Big L, Wu Tang.
Did you say Big Al?
Big L, dude.
Like Weird Al?
Yeah, love Weird Al.
That's my
Big
favorite
one,
rapper,
thanks.
Weird Al.
Oodles of Brutals says the vocal delivery on it is Jeff's kiss. Jack and Fall 50 Feet says Jack Murray has got bars.
Thanks, David.
So I couldn't find any recording information. So how did y'all get this recorded?
Andy Nelson, Bricktop.
That's my uncle.
Uncle Andy. He's in Chicago. He was in the band Weekend Nachos. and
Oh
played
shit, that's
guitar.
sick. Okay.
So now he just records bands and does cool stuff. Love Uncle Andy.
He's the best.
So he did everything, mixing and mastering and everything?
We've done like
Will Putnam.
He's done every album, like the past 5 releases we've done.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
but
So it's like a
mastering
second home
changed.
for you guys now then.
Yeah. So like all the albums prior to Narrative were mastered by Brad Boat, right?
Prior to the EP.
Yeah.
Prior to the EP. Sorry, prior to the EP, and then the EP and Narrative were both mastered by Will Putney.
All right. Why the change from Brad Boatwright? Everybody goes to Brad.
Just wanted to try something different.
Just
Yeah.
literally, just different ear on the the final scope of things. That's it.
So we got the artwork up on stream now for the cover. What are we looking at exactly?
Artwork. It's art.
Well, what is it supposed to mean? Like, why
This
is it
was
here?
your idea, Ryan. I'll let you take this one.
Come on, big boy.
Well, we were like wanting to go like more of like a horror kind of route, and we were all like thinking of like inspirations going into it. Black Mirror, Twilight Zone,
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil. So that's the artwork and even the booklet. Like,
It does have a Resident Evil vibe now that I'm looking at it with that lens. Okay.
yeah.
Silent Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, Silent Hill,
No.
Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we also didn't want to stray too far from like what the artwork of Irrational Pull was too, right? Because it was like it's still a similar style to the last art.
Okay. Well, like, why this image specifically? Like, does this have something to do with the lyrics and stuff, or?
Well, my take on it is like a lot of the imagery on this album is about like coping and dealing with grief and life, and the window kind of like into your brain where all that stuff kind of happens, like kind of stood out to me.
The eyes are the windows.
That was
to the
great,
soul.
Ryan. You did
Yeah.
fucking sweet.
Okay.
Nailed it. Honestly.
Cool.
10 out of 10.
Good job, Ryan.
Good job.
Thanks.
Nice.
So you did the art then?
No.
No.
Ben Hoagland did
Yeah,
the
Ben
art,
Hoagland
yes.
did it.
Oh, okay,
He
okay.
fucking killed it. He also did the artwork for Irrational Pull. I just gave him like a list of like really vague ideas, and he just kind of
Put it
stitched it
together.
together from there. And yeah,
Okay. Alright, looks sick.
I love how you guys all laughed when. Oh, he did this.
Like, dude, there's no way you can do
can't
that.
draw
Come
your
on.
way out
write
of a
your
fucking
name.
paper bag.
You guys also have some sick music videos. Gonna go ahead and play a Past Embrace while we're talking about this. So they all start with a guy waking up in bed. So what's up with that?
Well, usually I start my day waking up in bed.
Sure.
I'm always covered in shit, too.
Right.
Yeah, pissed, too.
There's an actual thing.
No, we wanted to create a story with the music videos. All three of them are connected. You know, it's one story. You know, narrative.
Oh, there's that word again. Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, you're going to keep hearing it.
Well, so
common
what's
theme
the
of the
narrative of a Past Embrace?
Ryan.
So the A Past Embrace is the first song on the album. It's the first video that we released. It's like the intro to what we're setting up, and kind of encapsulates everything on the album, I think. But our character wakes up in this purgatory and is kind of just stumbling through it, and there's some shit wait for him in the woods.
We kind of just wanted to do like a Black Mirror type vibe where it's, you know, you don't really know what's going on, but you get the vibe, and just like a general horror theme, you know, like all the influences we already said.
I had to wear a fucking morph suit, and it sucked.
Yeah,
Dude,
in the video, all the morph suits are all four of them.
Yeah, and I had to stuff my fat ass into one of those
Dude,
more.
It was
suits, dude.
literally
It was
just
bad.
It was
us
so
in our
cold. It was
It
underwear.
was dumb. I felt like an asshole.
It was cold as fuck.
It was like literally like 30 degrees out,
Dude.
and it was
like
windy.
40 degrees.
No, it fucking wasn't, dude.
My dick was so small.
I was sick during
It was-
this. I don't even remember.
Oh, yeah, you were just nice and warm, banging cigs.
I was not banging cigs. I was sick.
Cranking cigs, dude. You were.
You were cranking them up here.
Ripping hands.
I was.
Cranking darts.
Sick because he was banging all this. So another thing that y'all do a lot in your videos is the masks, and I feel like the masks would be a pain in the ass to be wearing too. So
Yeah.
where does that come from? How does that fit into the music?
I don't know, assholes. Where do the stupid masks fit in?
Oh, fuck you.
I didn't
No,
hear.
I mean-
What did you say exactly?
Called us assholes.
He was just being an asshole.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you're fine. I mean, the masks don't really have anything to do with anything. It's just kind of with the story, you know.
The cool thing. I got
Yeah,
you.
I mean, it's just like
Keep it.
we're not trying to
Vague.
tell a
Vague.
direct story between these videos, right? It's still a music video. We're not trying to like make a movie or something. You know what I mean? It's still very general. We just wanted to have something interesting and something that flowed with the music. And our videos in the past were pretty just like us performing for the most part. So we wanted to do something different and just kind of try our hand at like the horror-esque vibe, you know?
Well, it's fucking sick. I like it. You did have somebody directing this? Kyle Hines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
How
I mean,
was it working
me and
with him?
Ryan pretty much wrote all the videos. A lot of the effects and things were his ideas. He had a lot of good ideas, but pretty much.
He had a lot of good ideas.
But I just mean the basis was written by me and you.
Yeah, we had,
Like we had a
skeleton
whole
idea.
Google Doc. We went through part by part. You know.
But he's also really easy to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so this is the second album y'all have done on Sharp Tone, or I guess the first. No, it's the second album, right? That y'all have done on
Yeah,
Sharp
yeah.
Tone. How did you hook up with them?
So we released Irrational Pull, and they hit us up right before it released, and they asked if we wanted to do. They have this thing called Blood Blast Distribution. It's like a online distributing thing.
Oh, I've
And
heard about this actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
They wanted us to push our album back, and this is meanwhile like 3 or 4 weeks before it's supposed to come out. And honestly, for us, it was like it's not worth it. Like we had already done everything ourselves. You know, we had the hype going into it, and it's like, why push it back a few weeks just to do this distribution thing that might get us on some playlist or something, right? So we turned that down, and then they hit us back up with an offer for Sharp Tone to re-release that album with some bonus tracks. And then, yeah, everything's been going really well since.
Oh, nice. But they've done like what do you have? Was it like 4 different variants of vinyl or something like that, right?
Yeah, for narrative, yeah.
That's fucking sick. Yeah, you guys have blown up like crazy. Honestly, before I looked into y'all, I didn't realize how big y'all were. And looking at like your streaming numbers and shit, it's like holy fuck. So
Well, our album did just come out, so.
well, yeah, but even before that, like you can see like the spikes and like listens and stuff like that. Like I didn't realize how much y'all have been like blowing up. So like fucking congrats on all that shit. And it looks like narrative is like taking off like crazy.
When Narrative came out, that was our biggest streaming day ever by like a large margin.
By like
I had to buy so many listeners.
23,000 streams.
Yeah, that's crazy. Holy shit. For like a metalcore band, that's fucking nuts. Fall 50 Feet says so goated and famous. Yeah, exactly. So you do have
We
a
banned
tour.
that from the chat.
Can we
Are you gonna say that you live with them or not?
Oh well, I mean, you
Yeah,
just
you
did.
did say that you guys, like, sleep together?
I know. I have my own room. I live with Jimmy, the guitar player, Fall 50 Feet. So
They kiss every morning.
we don't kiss every morning.
It's every
before
night,
bed.
right?
He's out of town.
There you
right
go.
now.
You got it.
No, I live with him, and I work with
You guys
the
wear
whole
the same
band.
pants.
Yeah. I used to be in a band with them. That's the relationship there.
Okay. Oh, that's fucking sick. So you guys have a tour coming up, right? Starting like sometime in November?
No.
End of October.
End of October. Okay.
No.
Any plans after that, or is that like the only thing you have on the horizon so far?
Nothing else as of right now. You know, we're planning on touring a lot next year, but you know, still figuring out the details.
Okay. But yeah, speaking of tour, you guys have played a lot of shows. What's the best show you guys have played?
I don't have an exact answer for this, but some of the shows on the Acacia Strain tour were by far the best
The
shows we ever
greatest,
played.
Dude,
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's actually
That
true. That's
tour in general was just
Yeah.
the best.
I mean,
stuff.
that
I
was
could
most
imagine
people
like
ever
that
played
shit
for.
had to be crazy.
It was amazing.
The one venue that really stands out in my mind is
Pops.
the Forge in Chicago.
I was gonna say the one in New Jersey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Asbury Lanes.
Pops
Yeah.
was sick too.
Pops was
The
sick.
whole tour was just fucking nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, there was only a few days that were kind of like we didn't play to a lot of people, but
It was the
You'll
first.
get that.
It was the first time we got treated like a fucking, band.
Yeah.
People gave us food. It was sick.
It was awesome.
cool.
Yeah, man, food's great.
Someone brought us this whole like spaghetti bake,
Yeah.
like in a
What
tray.
the fuck?
Yeah, no, it was sick. And then they brought these like it was like
Plus beers. and
pretzel
stuff.
like fucking
Oh,
breadsticks
it
or
was so
some
good.
shit like
yeah,
that.
that's so good.
It was really
Dude, that's wild. Huh. Like they like give you like the pan and shit too to take, or like
good. Yeah, they gave us the pan.
what the fuck? That's wild.
Did they bring like silverware and shit too, and
Yeah.
plates?
Yeah.
Yeah, they hooked it up.
That's crazy, man. That's awesome. Cricket Slants in chat says he was at the Indiana date and he spent $120 on merch. Fuck yeah.
Yo,
Hell yeah.
hell yeah.
Thank
Hoosier
you.
Dome was hot.
Cricket
as
Slants is
fuck.
a real guy right there.
We all got really sick at that show.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was brutal.
The bake one, the spaghetti bake one.
No, the
No.
Indiana
the
one.
Indiana one.
At the Hoosier Dome.
Yeah, Spaghetti Bake was a nice time.
That is one of the hottest shows I've ever
Yeah,
played in my fucking life.
It was terrible. It was really humid too.
There was
so
no AC anywhere,
so
nowhere to
soggy.
escape.
No, there was
Nice.
2 ACs. They just didn't do shit.
Nothing.
Yeah,
I
so there was no AC.
Fucking soaked. Ugh.
Soaked.
Was that like in the
covered
summer?
Selling merch.
Was that in
Yeah,
the
that
summer
was
too?
the summer.
Of course, yeah. No AC, like in the fucking
It was
summer.
one of those shows where you would just see the moisture in the air, like
You
That-
could like see it on the ceiling.
yeah, like, it
OKC was
so
fucking
bad.
brutal too.
Yeah, that one, it was 100 degrees outside.
Yeah,
it was.
I think
fucked.
I think OKC was the hottest show for me.
That's
Like,
Yes,
what
me
the
too.
Zodiac said.
I thought I was gonna throw up, like
It
100%.
was bad.
We got sick at Indiana, so a few days later we're playing and it's 100 plus degrees. Like I'm fucking
We're just
dying.
like, okay, time to load in.
So I take it all the bad shows were on this last tour because of everybody
Trash
getting
was
sick
right
and everything's
outside
hot.
the dumpster.
Oh yeah, we had to park our van near the trash.
It was 110 degrees.
Perfect. Holy
This
shit.
dumpster's
Just
just boiling.
really hot, stinky trash every time you go to the van.
Ugh.
So what's the worst show you guys have? Well, I guess you've been talking about the worst show. What was the best show? Like you were just saying the tour in general with Case Restraint?
Honestly, yeah, like a lot of the shows on there, like
We
were.
do. Look, FanFest was fucking sick for us.
I mean,
In Philly, yeah.
FanFest in Philly was
The first
so
night
cool.
you and Andrew got to do the guest spot was really nice.
That was.
Uh,
I mean, all
what
the
night
times
was
I
that?
did that was fucking
playing
sick.
with
very
Vane
first night.
at Preserving.
Yeah, we played with Vane in Pittsburgh.
that
that
was
show was
great.
nuts.
Oh, it's like I played at Preserving too. That place is awesome.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Fucking church,
Wait,
dude.
the
How
old
crazy
one
is
or
that?
The new one.
He played at the new one.
The new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new one's sick.
Yeah, it was inside the church, and they had like the record store up on like the second
Yeah.
floor or something. Fucking crazy venue, dude. What the hell? They have a fucking museum for hardcore. What the
Yep.
fuck? That's wild, dude. So y'all were talking generally about the worst, but which one's the worst? Were we going with OKC?
That's the hottest show.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, there were
was pretty
multiple
bad.
shows
There's-
where I had very bad gear problems. There's actually
we're just talking about this tour specifically.
Yeah.
We've had bad shows where we've
Yeah.
literally played for fucking not a soul. So
Yeah.
I would consider those worse than just playing a hot.
Yeah.
Well, he was
show.
asking about this tour, so I was answering about this tour,
Oh, I'm
Jack.
sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Well, I meant in general.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
meant in general.
Let's
Yeah,
hear
I
the
mean-
worst one so far.
There's not a specific one, but there are lots of tours we did where over half the shows were bad.
Like bad as in people just not showing up, or bad
Like
as in
nobody
other
there,
reasons.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's just like
One
earning
time-
your stripes, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you remember when we played? Was it the Riff House Pub? We played to the promoter.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
Virginia.
Yeah.
Did he like it? You have a good time?
No.
Oh, he didn't give a shit.
We didn't get paid and he left.
Nice.
Remember when we played in Utah for nobody?
Yeah, and then we stayed at somewhere really disgusting.
Dude,
Or
one time in my old band, actually, I fucking played this show in Evansville, Indiana, and we played this coffee shop, and we played to fucking some girl who had headphones on that was doing homework, the door guy who was like, who like went outside at one point, and then the barista, and that was it. It was so bad.
Yeah, anybody got other show stories, best or worst?
One of my older bands, we went out to Cincinnati to play a big old it was a festival, but the original venue got closed for some reason, so they had to move it to this. I still don't even know the lady's name to this day, but it was in her basement, and it was one of the tiniest basements ever. So we load all of our stuff in, and there's a big piece of wood that a band tries to move so you could put your equipment on the corner, and they moved the piece of wood and destroy a main water line and flood the entire basement.
What?
And then we had to call around all over the place in Cincinnati to try and find a new venue. And we eventually went to Legends, but that was pretty bad.
That's crazy, dude. What the fuck? Legends is a sick place too. I like that.
Oh yeah, it's
I
awesome.
don't think I've been to Legends.
Yeah,
It's
we're-
nice.
We're playing there on this tour.
Well, there we go.
Oh yeah, man.
It's nice.
Kind of flying through this interview. Anything else that you guys want to
Breaks.
Dude, I'm waiting for you guys to pump the brakes. Tell us some
you.
stories.
How was your day?
Yeah.
My day was all right. Got to eat at Uncle Julio's. I don't know if y'all are familiar with the with that place.
No.
Huh? Dude, fucking sick ass Tex-Mex, man.
Tex-Mex.
Ooh, sounds great.
What'd you get?
Well, they got
Where do you
this.
live?
They got, I'm in Allen, Texas. It's 40
Oh, gotcha.
Dallas. But they got this Mexican butter. That's some good ass shit. So you put that on your fajitas, and it's amazing.
Fajitas.
Oh, you got the
Vagitas.
vagitas. You get
Exactly.
chicken or steak?
Chicken, dude. Don't get okay. So steak. It
Oh,
can.
come
It's
on.
either really good if it's tender and shit, but usually you can't bite through that shit. So you're just rolling the dice, and the odds are against you. So you're probably gonna get
can
something
bite
really
through it.
bad. You know what I mean? Something too tough there. So chicken, it's always gonna be easy to bite through.
There's a
So-
will, there's a way.
Chicken every time.
Yeah, but dry chicken fucking sucks.
That is-
Yeah, it's like eating a piece of rubber.
Just make sure your vaginas aren't wet or aren't dry. Always eat the wet
No, no,
vaginas. That's what the butter's there
we
for.
don't need dry fajitas in this house.
We like
You ever get some
Salad.
fajitas and then there's the fucking sizzling
like them
thing it comes
salty.
out on, and your dumb ass accidentally
hurts.
fucking grabs it or moves it. You just
Oh.
burn the shit out of your hand. You ever done that?
I haven't done that yet because I'm smart enough to use a fork. So
See, me not.
You're talking to Cal.
Yeah. Captain Underpants over here.
Captain Underpants. What?
You do look like Captain Underpants.
Dude, Captain Underpants was one of my favorite books as a kid.
Best.
Is that
I
why you
have a
carry
wicked
the
kid,
jock
too.
strap around?
That among other reasons.
Well, so you guys got shirts, vinyl available over at Sharp Tone Records. I didn't see any merch on y'all's Bandcamp directly. Do y'all have a place for people to buy stuff directly
Yeah,
from
we have
you?
a
Or?
Downright merch store.
A what?
Downright merch.
I've never heard of that before. Downright merch. Okay, so it's downrightmerch.com/156 or
I think it's 156sounds.downrightmerch.com.
okay. What is Downright
Why
Merch?
don't you look that up for me real quick?
Tons of bands have downright.
Yeah,
stores.
it's a
Really?
big company.
Yeah.
So it's like a big cartel kind of thing.
Yeah, dude, I'm surprised you don't know about it, honestly.
Oh, your breath smells like NASCAR. Your breath smells like my mom's house.
We can close this out with your album of the year.
I mean, mine right now is probably The Devil Wears Prada. It just came out.
The new one?
Yeah.
I haven't heard
I've
it
listened to it probably 10 times since it came out.
yet. Didn't it come out 3 days
Just
ago?
came out.
Yeah, yeah.
Mine's Eternal Steel by I Am.
I don't think I've checked that one out yet.
Oh,
Dude, what the
dude,
fuck?
riffs. That album has so many fucking riffs on it.
Dude, you're gonna buy a Harley after you buy it and listen to it.
You might just
After you
find
buy
one.
it.
You might
It'll just
grow one.
appear in front of me, the Harley.
And a sword. You'll get a big ass sword.
You will
Okay, that
literally
sounds
ejaculate
sick.
swords.
It's a problem. I can't stop.
So what was your album of the year?
Yeah, what's your
My dude.
Harry Styles?
Yeah, you're fucking damn
I
right.
knew it.
Harry's House by Harry Styles, album of the year. 100%. So fucking good. Have you listened to it yet?
I'm not too familiar with who he is. I've heard the name a bunch. I'm
I'm
sure
gonna
I've heard the
jump into
music
this
on the
fucking
radio.
monitor and just rip your damn headphones.
Do it.
I'm gonna eat your whole fucking head.
Which rock do you live under, Patrick Star?
Like I said, I'm sure I've heard it on the radio, and I'm sure if like I heard a song, I could tell you, oh yeah, I fucking.
Yes. So what you need to do is learn how to feel something. Listen to Harry's House by Harry Styles. Cry a little bit. Maybe drink a little bit of coffee.
Did you just tell him to learn how to feel?
He has heard
Have
the
a
album
ginger
yet.
ale, have a ginger ale, raspberry ginger ale or something.
Cranberry.
Cranberry, sorry. You know, put your feet up. Maybe give yourself
You gotta,
a sponge bath.
you know, sponge bath.
Yeah, outside.
Throw a bath bomb in maybe, or
In
you
your
know,
sponge bath.
a sponge bath outside in the tub. With
Yeah.
All right, this
Meemaw?
bit's gone on long enough. Move on.
Lucas, what's your favorite album of the year?
He has to look.
Yeah, Lucas.
All right, you don't even. I'm gonna say either God's Country by
Oh fuck! I should have
That's
said
probably
God's
mine, too.
Country.
Chat Pile
I should.
or Heavy Pendulum by Cave In.
Why did I say that? I should have said God's Country.
You suck.
Fuck
dude.
me.
Too late now, man.
I suck.
I still love it. I am.
And then I've been
Badass
digging
album.
Ken Mode's newest album.
Oh, okay, sick. I haven't gotten a chance to get around to it, but Ken Mode's fucking awesome, and I have that on my
They're
list. I need to.
filthy. I love it.
Dude,
They have
fuck
a
yeah.
fucking sax player now.
Sounds so gross.
Sick,
I love
dude.
it.
Shit. I actually got them scheduled to come on here in a couple of weeks, so it's gonna be fucking
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
Nice.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And then Orthodox's album as well.
Orthodox,
Uh,
Tennessee.
Tell him we send kisses.
I'm writing
Who
an
we sending
Orthodox real
kisses
quick.
to?
Ken Mode.
I just gotta know who I'm sending my kisses to. Can't just be sending them
Oh,
out to
since
everyone.
when do you
Ken
care?
Mode.
Then in the
When do I
kisses
care?
willy nilly, like you gotta earn those kisses, like you know.
Exactly.
Those come from daddy, like.
Kisses out.
Yeah, we got a kiss wallet. Wait, no, your dad might have a kiss wallet.
My dad might actually have a Kiss wallet. My dad's like a Kiss
Your dad
super fan.
100% has a Kiss wallet.
We stayed with his dad on the Acacia Strain tour.
He rules.
And he does rule, but his literal
But he
whole
likes
living
Kiss
room
way too
is
much.
just like Kiss memorabilia.
But he rules.
Oh, that's
Wall to
sick.
wall. I'm not
Holy
even
shit.
joking. Wall to wall. Have you seen that episode of SpongeBob where they have to paint the fucking whatever room and there's just like all like a bunch of pictures and shit on the wall and they have to like go around it?
It's Mr. Krabs' house.
Mr. Krabs' house.
Oh
You probably
yeah,
have
yeah,
it
yeah. I know what
on-
you're talking about.
Yeah. So imagine that, but Kiss memorabilia, and that's my dad's living room.
It's different figurines.
Dead ass.
Action figures.
So much. There's Kiss pillows on the couch.
You go to sleep and you wake up and they're just staring
Yes.
You know, just wake up.
Just Gene Simmons.
Gene, Pete, Paul, and Ace just staring down at you.
at you. You don't even think about touching yourself.
I do. Star Child just gives me that look.
Oh no.
Oh, Meshuggah's new album's really good too. Great.
I need to listen to that.
Immutable.
Yes, love it.
I haven't listened to that one either.
It's amazing.
Do you listen to music?
I do. Actually, I'm mainly like a podcast person, but I'm either listening to that or like the
your favorite
album of like the
podcast?
upcoming like artists that I'm gonna be of. My favorite podcast, I guess H3H3 is pretty good.
H3H3.
Yeah, I like his shit, especially Leftovers, the one he does with Hassan. Big fan of that shit.
Huh.
You have no idea what I'm
What
talking
about your
about.
favorite
That's fine.
album?
What's
My
your
favorite album? So Chat Pile right now, closely followed
Yeah.
by Black Matter Device. And then, of course, 156 Silence. Like, that's
You
a fucking
didn't say
sick
that.
album.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, shout out
True, the
Tony
Wombo,
Balls.
buddy.
Big Tony Balls stand over
Tony
here.
Balls.
Fuck you, Tony Balls.
Yeah,
fuck
fuck you, Tony Balls.
You're the worst.
No, he's a
I
great
hate
guy.
you, Tony Balls.
But, yeah, is there anything else you guys want to say before we head on out?
What kind of shirt are you wearing?
Me? Karama. They're a local band
nice.
from Dallas.
They're
They're
sick.
fucking sick.
Yeah, they're sick.
It's,
That's cool. You like From Joy?
Oh, From Joy's sick. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, you like From Joy? You can't see the light. Anyways,
How?
You have a tattoo of From Joy on your arm?
yeah, I have
the
the logo
fuck?
on my wrist. Yeah. I love that
Holy
band.
shit.
He's a
Okay.
Dance Gavin Dance one too.
Nice.
Show.
He's
Only
not
talk
that
about
good.
I have
tattoos.
I have Dance Gavin Dance lyrics on my chest. Yeah.
Do you have the 156 logo on you?
I'm gonna get that on like the fucking side of my head eventually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Eventually. So these other ones come first, and then
Yeah.
the band
I was the
journey.
only one that has embarrassing tattoos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of?
Oh
tattoos
yeah,
do you have?
Ryan, why don't you show him your fucking tattoo? Yeah, look at
dude.
this. Oh, get up close.
Oh.
Look at that.
Oh.
You like a mirror? Ryan likes a mirror.
Ryan loves a mirror.
You got a henna tattoo that said forever, Ryan.
That said
That's
mirror.
forever.
You got a henna tat that said Frankie Palmieri on it.
You got any tattoos?
Me? No, I'm not a tattoo kind of guy. I feel like I don't know. It's gonna look like shit in a couple decades or whatever. I'm sure if I get it. You know what I mean? I'm sure I'm
It
gonna
doesn't
regret
matter. It's cool.
Yeah.
it. Yeah. I also don't have near enough money to actually buy it. What was that?
I ruined
He,
this.
he said, "What kind of porn do you watch?"
Oh, yeah. We're not going into that. We'd be here all day if I went into that. So.
You got 3 hours.
All right. Well, on that note, if you're looking for some innovative metalcore, you need to check out Narrative, the new album from 156 Silence, which dropped back on the 2nd through Sharp Tone Records. You guys are on Facebook, Bandcamp, Instagram, YouTube, all streaming platforms. Are there any other? I guess you had that. What was it? Downright merch. Merch store. Any other links you're trying to send people to?
No, I think you covered them all.
You have a TikTok or anything like that?
We do have a TikTok.
Alrighty, there
No,
we
don't
go.
really use it that
There's
much.
a-
No.
There's a couple funny things on there.
There's a few sillies.
That's right.
I feel like you guys would be good on TikTok, just the way y'all interact.
We
with
do
each
have some funny stuff on there. We haven't been active on it in a hot minute, but like when we were in the studio, there was a couple things we posted that were good laughs.
other. Oh, okay.
You gotta use it on tour.
Yeah.
I was gonna say tour hijinks would be like perfect.
Yeah.
So as for me, join my channel, follow so you always know when I go live. You can also sub to get access to the interviews before they hit YouTube and other streaming platforms, as well as get some exclusive emotes. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. YouTube folks, if you enjoyed the video, please drop a like, tickle the notification bell. Don't forget to subscribe. It's a great way to support me for free. Check out my music, The Sound That Ends Creation, at soundthatenscreation.bandcamp.com. My next guest is the Callous Dow Boys, who dropped their new album, Celebrity Therapist, back on the 2nd. Join us this Wednesday, the 21st at 7 p.m. Central for the live cast. Thanks for being here, guys. Hope you had a good time.
Thank you.
And thank you guys for watching and listening.
White